Hello and welcome, fellow collectors. Today we're going to be talking about Warhammer 40k Ymgarl Genestealer, the artist proof. Now, if you are new to Warhammer, please watch one of my shorts and learn more about it. So here we have this figure here, and we see we have a couple of arms, and he already has 4 arms, so it's nice they give him different arms instead of hands. On the side here, we see the artwork for Warhammer. On the back, we have the product shot, more artwork, and on this side, we have some of the figure itself. So as we look here, we go ahead and pull the scale in. And the scale will show 12.8 ounces. So let's break this figure out of the box and see how cool they are. Okay, now that we have the package open and the figure out of the box, I can see that these are not extra arms. They are the arms on the other side. So evidently, the way that it's packaged, you can save on some space by putting these here. But we'll go ahead and look at some of the articulation while I have this hand out. You can see the dagger is built into the hand, or is part of the hand. And the detail for that. So the figure does have a double bend in the elbow, a bicep swivel, and will have the ability to rotate back and forth and out pretty good. So let's go ahead and insert this arm, and you can put it any way you want to. You could put it here or here. I'm going to put it here. It is very tough to get in. They want to make sure whenever you get it in, it stays. There we go. Now the next hand we'll look at, our arm, comes with this hand. And it also is a nicely sculpted wrist, though rotates. You'll see here it does back and forth as well as side to side. Double bend is elbow, bicep swivel, and again, just inserts in. Now, this figure has a natural gait or stance, and it's one to allow it to be like this. You can straighten it up, but then the tail here looks a little weird, and you can't move that out of the way, unfortunately. So it looks like the character just naturally kneels, but to get a size scope here, we'll just go ahead and look, and it says 7 3/4 inches. So if I bring Wonder Woman in, he will be just a little bit tall in that stance. But if I bring him back down to his natural stance, we can see some balancing act for everybody involved. Okay, now if we'll take a look at this guy, we'll get a little closer look at the face. And chest. Great level of detail in these figures. And there's his fetus. Now his legs do come out. They only have a certain level of bend in them already, but they are double bend, so you can get a little bit more out of them. The ankles are on a ball joint. They rotate around, and he does have toe articulation as well. And look at those toes. Looks like a raptor. Now splits. He can do a pretty wide stance splits. His legs go up and down, no problem. Now as far as the waist goes, get these arms out of the way. It does have a little bit of a back and forth motion, and the waist does swivel. So he does have a nice abby crunch. These arms do come out. And as for the head, we have rotation as well as up and down. And just the natural way this is looking, the figure is more home at crouching at you than anything. So I can definitely see this type of pose being on the shelf. Now at a later time I probably will paint it, but I don't know if I will paint it like the Tyrannid or other colors that I have seen online for this figure. So I was able to pick this guy up pretty cheap on entertainmentearth.com. So head on over there using the link provided below in the description. And until next time, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.